Hi, welcome to BetSafe, this Premier League preview, week 34. I'm Alan McInally, Sky Sports Soccer Saturday pundit, and of course with me always Paul Dickov, ex-Arsenal and Manchester City. We'll be bringing you our trebles for this weekend's preview and hopefully putting you in the right direction. BetSafe, the official betting partner of Premier League giants Manchester City. We'll be bringing you our trebles, we'll get to them just in a minute. There's some tough fixtures this weekend, and of course as the Premier League comes to a close, week 34, there's not many to go. Chelsea at the top, but Spurs are keeping pace with them, and of course they play each other this weekend in the FA Cup. You hit the crossbar again. I can't believe how close you've been. You've had about 6-7 trebles.
Yep, and do you know what? I was there. I had it ready to tweet out as
Did
well.
you?
Yet another
That's
one.
the killer,
and then
Barini, yeah.
Sunderland against West Ham.
They were very unlucky.
Close.
Mine was down. I went for Chelsea. They were rotten. United were pretty good actually.
They were. But do you think United can play like that in every game?
See, he's on. He's at it already, isn't he? Yeah. Because the Man City just sticking out. Just maybe. They've got a big game, of course, in the midweek against Anderlecht, and of course at the weekend. Okay, let's start with West Ham against Everton.
Tough game this.
West Ham 9-4.
Tough game.
The draw 13-5. Everton 65. I've got a couple of brilliant stats for you in this. Lukaku has scored in each of his 9 previous appearances against West Ham,
and I think it'll be 10.
Well, there's every chance. I mean, he's flying, isn't he?
You know, everybody's talking about Costa, Aguero back scoring goals. He's scored more goals than any striker this year already. West Ham, you know, you've got one written down there. I think they've only won 5 home games all season.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to get to the home form because we've spoken about the advantage of home form to a point, but this new stadium, well, not the new stadium, what is it, the Olympic Stadium?
Yeah,
What is it?
Olympic Stadium, I think it's called now.
It's been an absolute disaster for them.
Yeah, it is, and you know, they got that win against Swansea a few weeks ago, but
massive.
And it looked as if they were going to get pulled away, but they've only won, I think, 1 game in their last 9. Yeah. You know, and they let me down for my treble, so I'm going to go for Everton on this one.
Well, the only thing is, of course, I mean, 94 West Ham's a decent price because they're at home. The only thing is Everton at 65. I mean, we haven't put them in doubles and trebles, West Ham nor Everton, just because I think it'll be a tough game. I'm kind of with you. I expect Everton to win. And at 65 BetSafe, by the way, that's an unbelievably good price.
A great price.
It's just that there's a bit of an, I don't know, there's a kind of imponderable. I'm expecting West Ham. I can't believe they're just as bad as they are. No,
I can't. Not with the players they've got. And you know, when I remember speaking when Payet left in January about how they really picked up and came together and expected them to kick on, but they're back on a slippery slope again.
Absolutely. One for you, Lukaku to score first, 29-10, almost threes, probably the bet of the weekend on BetSafe. If you think, of course, Everton will win. Liverpool against Palace. This is my first on my my treble because I think Liverpool will beat Palace just because Palace have done all right, but Liverpool need to keep the pressure on the top 4.
Yeah, they do, especially with United breathing down everybody's necks now as well.
Absolutely.
You know, with City not playing this weekend, with Tottenham not playing, and obviously Chelsea in the FA Cup, it's a big game for Liverpool.
Absolutely. What's the odds, buddy? 1-2 Liverpool, 72 the draw, 61-10 Palace. So you're getting over 6s on Palace. And there's a brilliant stat. You can read that out because I didn't realise this.
No, I didn't either until I just seen it there.
Yeah.
Big Sam's never won a Premier League game at Anfield, and you look at his record against the big clubs as well.
Sam Allardyce, as a Premier League manager, has never won a game at Anfield. Yeah. I find that astounding.
I do.
For some of the places that Big Sam's upset.
Well, that's what he does. He goes and upset the big boys. But I think this is going to be a tough game for Liverpool. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game to watch. You know, because Zaha's on fire at the minute. Benteke's back scoring goals. Townsend, so they're going to cause Liverpool all sorts of problems. But Liverpool at home are really, really strong.
They've only kept 7 clean sheets, Liverpool, and they are in a kind of goal-scoring form, Palace.
They are, but I think last week against West Brom was a huge result for Liverpool. People were talking about the results against the top 4 or 5 and how they slipped. To go to West Brom and get that win was massive for them and give them a big boost. And as I said, with the other big guns not playing, they can put the pressure on them.
Absolutely. Well, I've gone for Liverpool 1-2 as part of my treble. Firmino to score first, 41 if you think the Brazilian will bag the first goal. Of course, it's at Anfield. And in fact, if you remember, if you go to betsafe.com, there's loads of BetSafe boosts on specific games. So although we haven't got them just at the moment, obviously as BetSafe wait to find out who will be and who will actually be playing, there's plenty of boosts. If you fancy any first-time goal scorer or any-time goal scorer, go to betsafe.com. Bournemouth against Borough, first one of yours.
Yep,
I've gone for
Bournemouth at home. You know, I really fancy them at home. especially when they're not playing against one of the top 5 or 6 teams. And Middlesbrough, I thought they'd done okay against Arsenal the other night there, but they huffed and puffed and they looked like a team that was struggling, and I actually didn't think Arsenal were that great either.
No, I didn't either.
You know, and Arsenal were there for the taking.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Middlesbrough's away form's abysmal. Got it on there, 1 win in the last 29.
Is that all I
top
did?
flight.
Middlesbrough won one of the last 29. That's incredible.
Yeah, and I think Bournemouth at home are decent. You know, Joshua King, since Callum Wilson's been injured, has really went in there.
Yeah, he's done well.
He's stepped up to the plate and scoring goals, and
well.
I think they'll have too much movement, too much going forward for
Jack
him.
Wilshere's got a stress fracture, so he won't
Yeah, he
play
has.
any more. Remember, Jack Wilshere was on loan from Arsenal, gone to Bournemouth, and he won't be able to play now.
They won't, but the last few weeks he's sort of been in and out,
Yeah.
you know, and they've actually picked up a few results when he's
Yeah,
not
to
been
be
in the
fair, they
team.
have,
So I always fancied Bournemouth at home.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really tough game to call, buddy. The only thing is, I mean, Middlesbrough are staring down the abyss. They're almost down. Bournemouth 11-3. The draw 27-10. Middlesbrough 7-2. It's a big price. Bournemouth by 2 goals or more, 21-10. And if Joshua King, and Paul just rightly said him, because he is on fire, the boy, and he's had to, obviously with Callum Wilson not being available, Joshua King to score first, 18-5. And if you think you're a Borough fan, not if you think you're a Borough fan, if you are a Borough fan, and of course if you think Negredo might pop up a goal for you, remember what I said, go to betsafe.com to get those anytime or first goal scorer odds. I've just seen a draw in under 2.5 goals at 72. I think it might be tight.
It's going to be tight, but I'll go with Joshua King to score first, 18-5.
Yeah, that's pretty good, especially because you've gone for Borough as well in your treble. Second one. Oh, I was waiting. I was looking forward to this one. You'll love this, everybody. Swansea versus Stoke. He's gone for Swansea. I've gone for Stoke. Now, I've gone for Stoke because Swansea have been so disappointing for the last 3 weeks. And you're going to say they're at home and Gylfi Sigurdsson will drive them forward and hopefully bag a goal. Arnautovic and winger Bayern Stoke player, come on, help me out. What's his name, the little guy? Swiss, the Swiss boy.
With the big calves, Shaqiri.
With the big calves, yeah. His calves are as big as ball.
She not a singer?
Those two, Shaqiri is a singer, but but listen, the way he played last week, he was singing. I thought he was brilliant, and I just think they might cause Swansea problems.
I backed Stoke last week as I do normally when they're at home, but I just think you're right. Swansea at home, I think it's a must-win game for them. You're right, and I think their fans will stick by them as well.
Okay.
Away from home, Stoke have been abysmal.
Right, I'm so glad you said that, because this is my biggest problem about going for Stoke. Incidentally, Swansea 65 odds against, great price on BetSafe. The draw 12-5. A draw's no good to Swansea. No. I think we disregard the draw. Stoke 12-5, just short of threes. All right, a wee bit short of threes. 12-5. Stoke have not scored an away goal in the Premier League since January at Sunderland. They haven't scored away from home for 506 minutes.
When I was looking through everything in the Swansea Stoke, and I seen that, and you look at Stoke's away record, that's why I went for Swansea. I just think it's a bigger game for Swansea. I think they'll have the bit between their teeth a lot more than what Stoke will have. Yeah. I'm not going to say Stoke's on the beach, because I know Mark Hughes won't let them yet. No. But that mentality of knowing you have to win, and there's something playing in it for Stoke to know that if they draw or they don't win, it doesn't really matter to them. I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but it's not as important as to Swansea, and that's why I went for them.
I've gone for Stoke for the simple reason I thought they were brilliant on Saturday, and I think he will smell blood, Mark Hughes, because you know what he's like.
Yep, he does.
And he knows they are under massive pressure, and genuinely, you're right, it's such a big game. I feel for Swansea a little bit in Paul Clement, because they had such a good start. Yeah. But a draw is no good. They have to go, which means I think there'll be chances in the game. Laurenti to score first, 17-10. If you think it'll be a half-time draw in Swansea full time, 41-10 on BetSafe. That's over 41. It's really, really good value on BetSafe. It's a tough one to call. Paul's gone Swansea. I've gone for Stoke.
It's not tough. Swansea's going to win, mate.
I think it'll be tough. I really do. Hull against Watford. I've gone for Hull, and you've gone for Hull.
We can agree now.
Yeah, well, only because his home form as a manager, Silva, has been extraordinary.
He's not been beat for about 27 years or something like that, hasn't he? And he's won.
So how does he? You tell me. You've been a man. How does he manage when he comes into to the job right away, get that mentality, especially at home?
Yeah, I don't think his mentality will change home and away. I think it's the players' mentality. You know, and if you are on a good run at home or a bad run away, that's all you think about leading up to the game that week. True, and you know that. And you know, he's had 6 home games and he's won 5 and drawn 1 since he's went in there. And I think
it's quite incredible.
You're probably the same as me. Just their home form more than anything else. Why we've both went for them. You know, they're scoring a lot of goals at home.
In terms of price, I mean, they're odds on actually, but only 8 to 9. You know, with a bit of luck, by the time we get to Saturday, you put your bet on. There might be even money on BetSafe. The draw's 13 to 5. Watford 10 to 3, 100 to 30, and old money for Watford. And I just think as well, although Watford have done well away from home, they've been poor, and I think they're safe. They're
quite comfortable now, and Hull. Like Swansea, that's
is
the
that
reason
unfair
I went for
thinking
Hull.
like that? They're going to be trying to win the game, Watford.
Of course, look, you don't chuck it, but it's that mentality side of things. Like I said with the Swansea game before, it's so different knowing that you need to win this game than going in there knowing that you're safe. You know, every professional, as a professional, you want to win every game you go in, but absolutely. Human nature does let you slack off a little bit in these sort of games.
Do you think they're lucky, Hull? And that's unfair, just the way the fixtures have gone. Well, we've got 3, 4, 5 games to go. Hull are at home against Watford with 3, 4 games to go.
A little bit.
I mean, it's almost like go on there.
Yeah, and
keep yourself in the division.
It is, but whether it's lucky or not, they've put themselves in a great position by winning their previous home games as well. You know, and whether Watford are at it or not, I don't know, but I know Hull will be.
8 to 9 Hull. The draw 13 to 5. Watford 10 to 3, 100 to 30 in old money. Deeney to score at any time, 23 to 10 if you're a Watford fan. And to score first, 6 to 1. I throw it in for you, even though I genuinely think Hull will win the game. I think Paul and I are unanimous on that one. If Hull win, over 3.5 goals, because there just might be goals in this as well if Watford do score. Hull need more, 22 to 5 on BetSafe. I think that's it. Mine is Hull, Stoke and Liverpool 9 to 1, and yours is Hull, Bournemouth and Swansea 7 to 1.
7 to 1. It's a bit skinny, that, isn't it?
What's that? I don't like it when that mine's is more than you. I thought you'd be about 25s. Anyway, mine, Hull, Stoke, Liverpool, all at 7s. Sorry, not all at 7s. The treble at 7s. And Hull, Bournemouth and Swansea to win 7 to 1. Burnley and Manchester United. I think this game's on this Sunday.
Be a tough game. You know, I'll go back to the very start when I said to you, I thought Man United were magnificent from start to finish last week.
Very good. He got his tactics right, didn't he?
Yeah, playing Rashford up there. Herrera was fantastic in the middle of the park,
good, wasn't
picking up Hazard everywhere, but I don't think Man United can play like that every week.
You know, and you just might be right, especially it's going to be tougher for them at Burnley, that's for sure.
You know, if it goes with the same team or similar team, but I can't see him leaving Ibrahimovic on the bench for this one.
It'll all depend. I mean, this is can we say this? This is Thursday, so actually there's a game this evening.
Yeah.
Well, we can't say that now because you'll be watching this Friday or Saturday morning, but we don't know how Man United's got on and who's available for them, etc., after the game against Sunderland.
Yeah, exactly. And look, if they go with Rashford up top, you know what Burnley are going to do at home. They're going to deny any space in behind and make it difficult. And whoever's went there this year, I find it really hard to back the away team because their home form is just that good. It's been very good, isn't it? It's sublime to the ridiculous if you look at their away form. It's
been on Sky Sports that Michael Keane will not be at Burnley next year. Surprised or?
No, I'm not surprised. I think he's been there a good couple of years now. He's now in the England team.
Fantastic.
And he's done unbelievable. I remember watching him as a kid at Man United, and he was outstanding then. I was really surprised that they let him go. But I can see one of the big, top 6 coming in from
Burnley 59 to 10, just short of 6 to 1. Incredible price. 31 to 10 the draw. Man United odds on, maybe unsurprisingly odds on, 6 to 11, but as Paul's saying, tread very carefully indeed. If you think Rashford might score first, the boy's on fire, 92. United to win in under 1.5 goals, in other words, they can nick it 1-0, 11 to 13. That's odds on as well. I don't know if I like that one. 1-1 correct score, 33 to 5. Might be if Paul's right, as Burnley make it difficult for Manchester United. I do think that 31 to 10 the draw, but that's a great price on BetSafe.
Just on Rashford, I'm delighted he's back.
Yeah, me too.
I think he's a top talent. He's not maybe started as many games as he wanted, but I thought he showed last weekend against Chelsea that he's going to be a top player.
Absolutely, bud. Remember, those betsafe.com, you can get the BetSafe boosts on loads of games for first goal scorer and any goal scorers. Good luck with your bets this weekend. Hope Paul and I have helped you through some really tough fixtures. Remember, as we get to the end of the season, There's always some very, very strange and tough results. They're a tough one this week. My treble again, Hull, Stoke and Liverpool, all to win. Paul's Hull, Bournemouth and Swansea.
Somebody's losing.
Somebody's losing. It won't be me. I hope you're not. And remember, I hope we'll put you in the right direction. If you've got your own ideas, then betsafe.com and keep it here with BetSafe is the place to be. Good luck with all your bets at the weekend.